That's the wrong screen. Why is it on this screen? Yeah, that is definitely the wrong screen. Oh, that was the right screen. Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. Yeah, yeah, that was the right screen. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong screen. What? That's not the primary monitor, but whatever. We'll leave that right there for now. Hold on, fool. I see your shits. Hang on.
Yo,
Where you at?
I just got done getting a massage.
A
I mean,
massage.
yeah, I was getting a massage, but me and one of your neighbors are gonna have a drink at the rooftop if you want to join us. That'll be at like 6:30.
All right.
Yeah, get some content. So yeah, and I'm supposed to. I've been talking to Katie. I'm trying to. So she can't give me the 10 weeks so on the website, but she can give me 6 instead of nothing.
I thought it was 8 weeks anyway.
Huh?
right, how can I look at the live shit? So I did this before and I already forgot. And let me see this real quick. All right, all right. I like what I'm seeing so far. Yep. The fuck. All right. Live viewers, 2 live viewers right now, and I'm not even doing shit. Damn. I'm trying to figure some more shit out. Actually, real quick. Damn, I lost 2 subscribers in 28 days. That's tough. I didn't even know you could lose subscribers. Oh, I see these comments, these new comments about old videos. Nice. Appreciate that. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Streaming software. Oh, there you go. That's what I was looking for right there. Oh, I forgot. I don't have any speakers on this computer. Can't even hear shit. That's what I was looking for right. I'm just using that TV back there as a. All right. All right, cool, cool. Bam, bam, and bam right there. So y'all are looking at this screen right here. So I got to make sure I keep whatever on this screen. I don't even know what to do, bro. Everything is copyrighted. That's what it seems like. But it looks like we're still live with excellent condition. I mean, connection. So I got to make sure I keep whatever on this screen. I don't even know what to do, bro. Everything is copyrighted. That's what it seems like. But it looks like we're still live with excellent condition. I mean, connection. Take a look at some of these new comments I was talking about real quick. Take a look at some of these new comments I was talking about real quick. Look at this shit, bro. The latest comments on my videos right a day ago with the Taurus. Missed that car. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like for any Ford, especially the early 2000s, just makes it worth having when you realize how handy that door code is on the side of the door, dude. It's just like use a DoorDash with that car, just leave the shit running and just lock it with the keep code on the side, and then just come back out from the restaurant or whatever you're dropping off the order or whatever. Put that shit in, just keep on going. Saves the life in your starter, bro. That's why Ford starters don't need to be replaced as much unless shit sits as much as my Ranger does. And then just come back out from the restaurant or whatever. Love my Taurus SE. Love my 2005 Ford Taurus SE. Love my 2005 Ford Taurus SE. It's a good, reliable car. Yeah, I should have still had my shit, but when you, for me, for whatever reason, I try to do preventative maintenance and it ends up fucking up more shit. So I'll never do that again, though. I got one. It's a SA SE. I love this car. Why does it scroll down so far? For me, for whatever reason, I try to do preventative maintenance and it ends up fucking up more shit. So I never. Just bought my first car, 2000 Ford Ranger with the 2.5 manual. Damn, that's a little bitty little lunchbox motor right there. With minimal issues so far, it has 212,000 miles. Damn, that's a little bitty little lunchbox. And it has ran great for 100 miles. Or so that. What's up with the emoji? What's going on? I just caught that out of the side of my eye. And it has ran great for 100 miles. Only replace the oil, transmission fluid, tires, condenser, and paint. The condenser, what's that? That's the thing that's in front of the, or behind the radiator? That little smaller thing? Or in front of the radiator, I mean? And plan on replacing the spark plugs, wires, and belts. I highly recommend doing your own wrenching so you know your truck is getting serviced properly. Yeah, that's true. Um, this is one comment I saw a while ago when I think it was, yeah, it was this video right here, and it's just awesome to see the hate. Like, I obviously make these not even getting paid for this shit, making these videos just because of free time or whatever I had, just to have fun. And this dude was like, "Yo, if you don't even know how to change your spark plugs, you shouldn't be talking about cars." Like, first of all, that story about the spark plug situation with my truck, that shit was like, I think that was sophomore year or junior year, something like that. So I still wasn't really familiar with cars. Wasn't really doing my own work just yet. Didn't need to, except for that. And it's like, damn, didn't have any tools, nothing like that. I was just like, damn, that's the first time I ever had any type of misfire issue, right? And then, you know, motherfuckers just put me on blast because I don't know how to change my own spark plugs, and I'm like fucking 16 years old and shit. I get it. That was back in the day though, but for someone to hate that bad, bro, it just makes you want to just keep doing this shit because it's like, how the fuck am I just having fun doing this shit, getting paid zero, and you still get hate like that? It's just funny as shit, dude. It really lets you know how much it really keeps you humble, right? When you get that kind of hate, and it's just like, why am I highlighting this shit? I thought I was gonna, I don't know, I thought I was reading something else. But anyway, that shit is just funny as fuck, dude. It's just like, damn, bro, you shouldn't be talking about cars. You can't even replace your own spark plugs. Like, damn, I didn't even have a spark plug socket back in the day, fool. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's cool though. It's all good. Somebody else said I had a haircut. Somebody said something like, I can't take a dude seriously that was rocking the broccoli top or something like that, and you got a broccoli haircut or some shit. That's funny. Too bad it's not a Ford engineered vehicle. It's a Mazda engineered vehicle. What you have there is a Mazda with a Ford mask. Okay. I mean, it's actually a Ford before it's a Mazda, but maybe he's just being sarcastic with the little emoji with the mask on it right there. I have a 2006 Ford Taurus. Oh, I skipped this one. That's why. I have a 2006 Ford Taurus. I bought it back in March. I only do about 5 to 6,000 miles a year. That's a nice range, right? 5 to 6. Oh, okay. My bad. Dumbass. Thought you said like 5 miles. 5,000 miles to 6,000 miles a year. Okay. So it will be interesting to see how this car ages with low mileage. Yeah, just go out there and turn that key. Just turn that key every once in a while, because these early 2000 Ford vehicles, shit, bro. You're gonna be replacing a lot of electrical issue. I think that I phrased that wrong in one of the videos I was talking about it. I was like, these early 2000 Ford vehicles, they have electrical issues, especially if you let them sit for a while. Like, so a lot of starters, batteries, alternators, shit like that, fuses can blow out a lot easier if you don't maintain them and just keep that shit running. At least idle it for like, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes at least. So many comments about how this car is rarely on the road now, but it's a lie. There's so many left. Yeah, that's true. I'd still have mine if it wasn't stolen, to be honest. Missed that car, I'm not gonna lie. I've actually seen a few that look like it, but obviously you know your car when you see it, or maybe it could just be a completely different car, but it's probably sitting somewhere in a junkyard, all scrapped out, sadly enough. I'll probably get another one too, to be honest, because that was my first cash car, and it was nice. It didn't like. I think the problems started when I started doing like preventative maintenance and shit. Because for whatever reason, when I try to do preventative maintenance, it usually fucks more shit up. So I should have just left it alone. Like I wanted to. I think it started when I wanted to replace the rear struts, because those cars, just like the bigger cousins, the Grand Marquis, the Town Car, and the Crown Vic, I think even without like the wear and tear as far as mileage goes, just those Ford sedans, they start to sag in the rear. you know, they start looking like there's a lot of weight in the back, even though there's not sometimes. And so I was like, shit, let me just go ahead and replace these rear struts, not knowing that it was a lot to do. You have to take off in that car, that Taurus, to replace the rear struts, bro. The rear seats have to come out, the rear shelf has to come out. Dude, it's a lot of shit that I didn't know about because the mounting bolts on the top of the strut are all the way up to the back of the window. Usually you could just kind of peel the inside of the trunk liner and then you can see them right there, and it's like, damn. But that car, you gotta pretty much disassemble the whole rear interior just to get to those top bolts on the strut. Anyway, what happened to that car? Oh, so I was replacing the. I forgot exactly. Oh, I was trying to install the new struts. You know how the new parts, especially if you get them from AutoZone, they never fit exactly how they're supposed to. The old parts do. So I think I was trying to use like a bottle jack to push the strut in the rear knuckle, one of the sides of the rear knuckle, and I ended up pushing the knuckle out enough, that part that grabs around the strut where you bolt that shit in. I separated it way too much. So I forgot what I did. I forgot what I used, but I tried to bend that knuckle back, and that shit snapped the whole knuckle on there. It snapped the whole knuckle was trash, so the car was crippled as fuck, so I couldn't do shit with it. What happened after that? Oh, so I got this. I found one part, the one whole knuckle assembly, one of them, the side that I needed on eBay, and I bought that and put it back together. But the problem with that one was there was no it was from a different, it was a 2006 Ford Taurus or something like that. Anyway, the problem with that, it fit, it was the same size and everything, but there was a certain spot on the knuckle that the ABS sensor was supposed to mount to, and it didn't have it. That one knuckle didn't have it that I got on eBay, and it was like, well, at least the car can move now, you know, because it was crippled for a while. So I put that on there, and the car was basically pretty much stuck with ABS from there on out, unless you could find like another knuckle that'd be appropriate for that car. But anyway, so you know, I was fine with it like that. Then it started having electrical problems again for some reason. It would just die out, you know, spontaneously. It's like the fourth alternator I put in that car, and you know, a coworker who I thought was a friend, you know, he was like, "Oh, I need a car for my kids or whatever," and I was like, "Well, I got this right here, but it's got some problems. You know, I'll give it to you on the Lolo." And he was like, "Okay, cool." So we arranged a time, dropped that shit off at his place, just dropped the car off at his place. I took my plates off and all that stuff because he was like, "I'm gonna have my mechanic look at it and I'll let you know." And I was like, "Cool." And well, coincidentally, that fool quit the job. The car wasn't where I left it at the apartment complex anymore. Bro just disappeared and stopped answering his texts and calls and stuff. And before I knew it, I was out of a 2005 Ford Taurus, man. But you know, that's yeah. And I still keep a smile on my face every day. I think that was almost about a year ago, but I still keep a smile on my face, even though I literally just got I guess obviously it was my fault because I dropped the car off over there on a tow truck too. I was like, man, I'm gonna be late for work for this. And I was like, shit, whatever, dude. I'm gonna just do this today because I thought we was cool enough to. But that's the last time I ever do a favor for anybody. That's for sure. Never doing that again. I forgot where I left off on these comments. I read that one already. Let me see. 2006. I think I already. Yep, the 5 to 6,000 miles. Yep. Ford engineer, all that. Yep, great video. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, those cars still on the road. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I think I should have got the station wagon too. It's a lot more room in the back. Even though those sag a lot more because they're a little heavier. Good video, man. I think the same thing as you. Think the same things as you. If one car fails, I got another one just in case. Yeah. Sure do. People bash these cars, but they're great if they're maintained properly. 5 years ago, I had a 01 for a few months. It was roomy. For a big guy, for a pretty big guy like me, pretty decent MPG on the highway and reliable as sin. Great economy work, and I drove 8 hours on a road trip to see That's it's a nice little story right here. Several times, so many. I mean, also they great winter cars, especially if you throw on some good snow tires. Huge. Great economy work, and I drove 8 hours. What? Hug pulls here in Minnesota. I regret selling it, but at the same time, needed a work truck. Needed a truck because I was starting my contracting business yet. Now there's an '07 up sale near me with 174,000 miles. That's kind of a lot, dude. And I'm thinking of picking it up. Damn, this is a spare beater. I travel a lot around here for my business and sales. And I think it would be a nice 174,000 miles. That's kind of nice for that. I love mine. Oh, you got an 04 Lincoln Town Car. Oh, in a Buick Park Avenue. Yep. With a 3.8 motor in there too. To death, but something about that. Oh, is that your nickname for the car? Tory? Has never left me. I just love them every. We got an 04 Lincoln Town Car. Oh, in a Buick Park. Yeah. Yeah, bro. You definitely got a better story than I do. I think. Oh, is that? But Tory. Damn, you got two cars I want, bro. I already have the Buick Park Avenue, basically. LeSabre is the same shit. And then you got the town car, 04 town car. That's a good one. Damn, you got the 4.6 in there. Obviously, rear-wheel drive. One of my coworkers at work just bought one just so he could flex on me. But it's just like, it's not really. I mean, I'm one to waste money, bro. But damn, not right now, bro. I don't need another car right now. I can't even find a place to put the ones I have now. You know what I'm saying? So. Kind of tight on space right now, which is going to keep me humble anyway. But 174,000 miles is kind of crazy, bro. I wouldn't. 07 though, that's the last year of that car too. So I can see why you might want it then, but 174,000 miles, damn. I don't know. That's kind of a lot, bro. I would stick right. Like I wouldn't go any higher than like 110 on any car, really. Well, it depends on what it is. Especially a V6, yeah, no more than 110. That's as far as a used car goes. You definitely didn't settle. These cars are pretty are pretty bulletproof. Yeah, yeah. Those 3.0s are pretty good. For some reason, I think that motor, the 3.0, was probably obviously the same engine that I have in my Ranger, but for some reason in the car it felt a lot faster, bro. The 3.0 Rangers are slow as shit, dude. They're like snails, but the car just felt a lot faster. I don't know. That motor, the 3.0, was probably obviously the same engine that I have in my Ranger, but for some reason I'm over here distracted by comments and shit. Nice truck, but you can't leave a vehicle sit that long. You will have electrical issues, battery, fuel issues, and random leaks from gaskets dying. How cars are made to drive. When you do have to replace parts, try to use original parts. Lots of knockoff junk floating around. Gaskets dying. How cars are made to drive. Okay. I know. I'm starting to get that now. Trust me. I'm starting to get it. Gotta let the shit idle for at least about 25 minutes a week. I don't know. I have a Taurus. I need a windshield like yours. Safe Life gave me the best quote for 250, everything glass and labor. Bruh, I would just leave it. If you have a cracked windshield on a cash car, just leave that shit. Don't even, just leave it, man. Like, what's the point? I mean, it's probably gonna get cracked, and the way mine cracked was crazy too, because that's when mine cracked there was one of those semis with the open like rock trailers that kind of go like that a little bit, like a bowl. He was coming the other way, and I seen the rock flying in slow motion like a little meteor, asteroid, whatever you want to call it, and it bounced right off the window and cracked that whole window. I just left it like that. Once a windshield cracks, except for the Ranger, I won't replace it, because what's the point, you know? Might as well just leave it. meteor, asteroid, whatever you want to call it, and it bounced right off the window and cracked. Plenty of cars driven with trash bags for windows. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I drive anything except something like that. Red tape for taillights. Yeah, Lynn in Kansas. Yeah. Oh, Kansas City, Missouri, which is Missouri. Hell yeah, bro. This car is amazing. MPG. The next car I want to get. Crazy, bro. I drive anything except something like that. My bad. The next car I want to get, I need it to be a convertible. When's the next video? Sheesh. I don't know, bro. The next video? Yeah, I gotta. I know I gotta make another video, bro. I know I got to. New video? Yeah, new video. Oh, he's talking about the. Yeah, I've been posting a lot more. What do you call them shits? I don't know, bro. What do you call them shits, dude? Yeah, I gotta. Shorts. Posting a lot more of those. Looking right at the word and didn't even know. New video? Yeah, new video. Oh. I wish I could drive a car like this, an old beater that I could fix and learn from, but I'm worried. I'll run into a tourist meet. I mean, what? Meant to have problems and unmaintained in the past. Great video. Nah. Microphone blocking the whole screen. I'm worried. I'll run into a tourist meet. I mean, what? You can't really be worried, but you because that's why you got to go look at it and see it. You know. I mean, obviously. Unmaintained in the past. And plus, people selling cars on social media nowadays, they want cash anyway. So, you know, you're gonna have to go look at it regardless. But I wouldn't. You can't really be worried, but you because that's why you got to go look at it and see it. What did I say? I mean, obviously. Anyway, but yeah, I wouldn't. And plus, wouldn't worry about that. I would definitely just go look at it. Nice, thorough walk around, and you know, snort the oil, taste the transmission fluid, all that stuff. You know, drink it if you have to. Make sure it's good. Good job, thank you. Or you're talking about this video right here. I forgot what that was exactly what that was about, but nice, thorough walk around, and you know, snort the oil. You are so cute. Wow, thank you so much. Hell yeah, bro. I have the same issue. Good job. And step by step, it's solid. Thank you guys. Yes, this is that's probably the best how-to video I've made right there. Yeah, shout out to my little cousin right there. That's probably the best how-to video I've made with him. Because he was just like, oh, you know, he does his own repairs for the most part, at least, and you know, he was just like, we just decided to collab on a video. I think it did pretty good. I forgot exactly how it did, but I think it got even some pretty good engagement on TikTok. And you know, because TikTok is a little, you know, rigged. So you never know. You never know if it gets good engagement on TikTok. It probably did pretty good in general. I think it did pretty good. I forgot exactly how it did, but I think it got even some pretty good. What does PM mean? How can I PM you? What does that mean? You know, rigged. So is it DM? Is that what that means? DM? Yeah, one man training. Yeah. What does PM mean? I think he's probably laughing at the title. That's what that is right there. Thanks for the video. I'll be working on my 2006 tomorrow. Yeah, bro. Those are definitely some tricky cars to work on. One thing I can say about early 2000s Fords that it's not the same for General Motors products, especially since this is my first General Motors vehicle I've had. My Sabre right now. I was pulling that Taurus apart every now and then, and I didn't break as many plastic tabs and plastic pieces and stuff like that. But in General Motors products, this car down here, damn, bro, I probably at least on each panel. Each panel I took off so far, I broke at least like 2 or 3 little plastic pieces and had to replace them with junkyard parts or wherever I found the shit. Thanks for the video. I got the same issue on my 2006. I got plans tomorrow. All right. Each panel I took off so far, I broke at least like 2 or 3. All right. Plastic pieces and had to replace them with junkyard parts or wherever. Sounds like you and I have the same kind of truck. Thanks for the video. What kind of truck are you talking about? What truck are you talking about? All right. Flip it for a Camry. I don't know what that. All right. I don't know what that. What Sounds like publicly subscribed to you 1 year ago. What kind of truck are you talking so is that what that is? That red right there? Hey man, this is a great video. I can see both sides of the argument on whether you should keep it, sell it, build, then sell, etc. Personally, if there, so is that what that is? That red right there? Personally, if it were me, I'd drive it for a while. I'd drive it for a while, and it's that too. Nothing too special. Yeah, but I'm kind of already in it now. I would sell it. But honestly, man, you could probably make a decent profit off of it. Maybe keep it, trading up IDK. Just suggesting, you have more experience in the car market than I do, to be honest. I graduate. I graduate there is so yeah, there. Granted, there is someone out there looking for a clean Buick bill keeping its stock, maybe just experience in the car market than I do, to be honest. Yeah, I graduate there is so yeah, there. Well, you know, here in America where we're free, but not really. There's always restrictions and regulations to everything. You know, there's only so many cars, like depending on the state, there's only so many cars you can get away with before you probably have to have a dealer's license or something like that, or whatever the case is. And just because you win one, you know, like when I said in this video, there's a reason why I go for the car. There's a reason why I strike on a certain car. Yeah, it is a good deal, but sometimes you have your soft spots in the moment. Like if you just swipe all day and just, you know, cruise through Facebook Marketplace, eBay, whatever, you know, you're not always going to find a good car that would like overlap, that would make a profit off the previous car you had, you know? So it's kind of, it's always a thing. But of course, you know, you could have like a good, like maybe 2 or 3 months of flipping cars, but you know, you never know when that's actually going to come to an end, or, you know, it's going to be, it's like the market value and stuff like that, you know, it kind of goes up and down, except it never really goes, just keeps progressing up. Flip that for a Camry. They be taxing the shit out of them Camrys, man. Great story, good video. Great story, good video. I have a 99 with a 3.0 V6, 320,000 miles. That gives me a lot of hope. Thank you. Flip that for a Camry. And still going. Yeah. Mine has 4,000 miles and already got all kinds of leaks. Nah, just a little cute little oil leak right now. That's about it. Does it consume any oil? It probably did, but barely. My Taurus, yeah, it probably did, but I never leaked or nothing like that. Bro ain't just got a FFR. He got Riz. What is that? Oh, a Ford fucking Ranger? Oh, okay. No, I ain't just got it. I've been had it for a while, bro. I really had that truck for a long time, bro. You already know. But you know, damn, it's almost the anniversary again, dude. 2 more months, bro. 2 more months and 8 days. It'll be the anniversary again for that truck. That's crazy, dude. What was wrong with it before changing the fluid? That transmission fluid video on the Taurus? Damn, what was wrong with it? I forgot. I don't know why I changed the fluid. See what I mean? You do preventative maintenance for no reason, and it just, I think it was low. That's why. So I just went ahead and just did the filter too. I think yeah. I think that's what it was. I don't know. I forgot. I don't know why I changed the fluid. See what I mean? You do preventative maintenance for no reason, and it outstanding. All good things come to an end. Simple, reliable, durable. And it fits in a average person's garage. I don't know. Yeah. It's fit in every spot I ever put it in. That's for sure. Dude dressed like a baby Antonio Brown. Who the fuck is that? And it fits in a average person's garage. talks and gestures like. Okay, I see what this is. I don't know who that is either, by the way. And drives a Ford and Ranger. He owns. Dressed like a baby Antonio Brown. Who the fuck is that? What? He's owned for a decade. Subscribe. I don't. Okay, I see what this is. I don't know who that is either, by the way. Antonio Brown. I don't know who that is. Or this dude either. I don't know who that is. I appreciate all the views on that video though, bro. That shit was like I already made like a previous video for that, and didn't do so as good as I thought it would. So I just remastered it like real quick, and like within 2 weeks I made that, and yeah, I did a lot better. So I appreciate that. I guess that's just the determination and whatnot. Like I already made like a previous video for that. Somebody said yuck down there. I can see that right there. So I just remastered it like real quick, and like within 2 weeks I made that, and yeah, I did a lot better, so I appreciate that. I guess that's just. What's your paint code? I have one exact, the same color, same motor, but that's not the original paint on my truck. The original paint is the Sonic Blue. What's that? What's the Sonic Blue? What's the Sonic Blue? It's like an Ultra Blue or something like that. That's not the original. But the paint is already peeling off, so you must What's that? What's the Sonic Blue? Already peeling off. What are you talking about? You also had it repainted or something like that? What's the Sonic Blue? And it does have a similar, like an Ultra Blue or something like that. Misfire already. But the paint I've changed the spark plug and spark wire, but it's still the same. Do you replace your coil? Yeah, I did replace the coil pack with the original because I replaced mine, but it's not the original. What do you mean, the OEM? Yeah. Well, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if they were original or not, but all that shit was replaced. Everything that has to do with cylinder firing and shit like that was replaced. Eventually, at least. And the misfire stopped, but I just never knew like a misfire would just I don't know. I guess it just that morning when I parked it, it was perfectly fine. Came back and that shit felt like it was getting ready to explode type shit. It's crazy. We'll go a little bit more, just a little bit, just like a little bit, probably like, oh fuck, I already lost my spot where I was at. But we'll go a little bit more though. Felt like it was getting ready to explode type shit. It's crazy. The only thing amazing about this off-roader, thank you for the parentheses by the way, is how amazingly slow it is and how amazingly fast it will break a CB axle on the first bump. Yeah. So this video, if it wasn't obvious enough, was basically just. Thank you for the parentheses, by the way. I don't even know what to call it, bro. It was just a video, pretty much. You know, wasn't anything really serious. Wasn't supposed to be, at least. And a lot of people took offense to it. I know it's like probably all kinds of criticism, comments, and all that good stuff. Looks cool. Best looking CRV I've ever seen. You have a great imagination. Great job. Yeah, see, shit like that. Yuck. I love this guy. What the fuck is this? This ain't an off-road truck. It's liability. No travel or actual suspension work. It's just a lifted key with a big ass wheels. No, I don't even think it was. No, it was lifted. I think a little bit. Yeah, but this was just, bro, literally just a video. Just me having fun and having time, and I was able to actually take a look at this piece of shit, which didn't even have a title to it. And dude was like, he was really selling it for like $200, really, to be honest. And yeah, he was like, yeah, just come record it real quick, because why not? People watch anything these days, and this proves it right here. So just the fact that this video is not necessarily serious as the rest of them. And yeah, he was like, yeah, just come record it real quick. The Car World's Neo. Okay, all right, that's a new one right there. You definitely got a natural talent. I hope this works out for you. Yeah, this is just for fun because I already know how diluted and saturated. Well, saturated the Okay, all right, that's a new one right there. Well, social media, just internet in general, is everybody wants to be a content creator, bro. But I've been literally the channel. You could look at this channel and tell I've just been doing this just kind of as a gimmick for now. You know, it's not nothing that I'm necessarily chasing because I'm realistic. Well, social media, just internet in general, is everybody wants to be a content creator. I'll just see like the same couple videos. You know, channel and tell I've just been doing this just kind of as a get you a Raptor grill, but you got a clean truck. I got a 2006 XLT, pretty similar, but not four-wheel drive. I jumped into buying it on Facebook Marketplace. Same couple videos, you know, just going off with what the guy said. Get you a Raptor grill, but you got a clean truck. I jumped into buying it. Okay. Pretty similar. He said it was a 07 Lariat 4x4. I drove off with it without doing any research, and just going off with what come to find out it wasn't a 4x4 nor the right year or model. I was pissed. But for 3,000 miles and for 3K and 165,000 miles, oh well, screw it. I guess my next truck will be doing my research. But for 3,000 miles and for 3K. Yeah, that's all right. I was gonna say that's a little too much for that. I don't know when you bought this. Well, I probably like have to guess maybe a couple months to a year. Since you made that comment, 2006. He didn't do any research, and the guy lied. So if I could see the condition of the truck, it probably would be a better understanding of why you just was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna just drive it off the lot. But 3K 160, yeah, that's not bad, bro. Especially if it drove good enough for you to actually, you know, drive it without having any problems. Then yeah, I probably wouldn't really be too mad either. You know, it's my fault that I didn't do any research, right? 2006 XLT. Yeah, and drove off with it. Yeah, yeah. And you found out. I mean, it's not really hard to find out if your truck's four-wheel drive or not. All you got to do is just lay up under it and see the transfer case in the front differential, or you can see the CV axles or whatever the truck uses, or there's a little knob, some type of device, lever, button in the vehicle, which has the 4x4 and the 2x4, all that stuff on there. But you know, I get it. Like, look, I'm kind of like hypocritical. I'm being hypocritical right now because I was just talking about the dude that was making fun of me because I didn't know how to replace my spark plugs. This dude could be a young guy, and he just wanted a truck type shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we get it. Sometimes we get excited and we just drive off with whatever. You know, sometimes I get it. I can definitely relate, which is why I can speak on it so thoroughly, I guess. No such thing as struts back then. Oh, this is that video with that car. Yeah. Shock towers, whatever, dude. Like, yeah, I understand you've been working on 1960s, 40s vehicles your whole life. No such thing as struts back. They were automatics, but maybe only 2% of them. Okay, 2%. Nice. So the remainder, 98%. I'll take that. I think that's a win for me. The first few years there was no trunk lid. So access to trunk. To access the trunk. Okay. Thank you for that random fact as well on that end of that comment. I'll take that. I think that's I got a 2005 Ford Ranger for $1,300, but it has 348,000 miles on it. So you must definitely have a lot of faith in whatever motor is in that truck. You didn't say, but it's a Ford Ranger, so who really cares, right? As long as you have that blue oval on your automobile, money well spent. I know, I understand that. I love my 2010 Ford Ranger. That was a great year, even though it was basically the exact same as my truck. It just had what they call, the automotive industry calls a facelift, which is different headlights, different taillights, even though they fit into the exact same cutout in the sheet metal as the previous model did, for the most part at least. And then I like the square mirrors on those 2010 Rangers too. They're more square. Mine are more rounded and 90s bubbly-ish, kind of ugly. And then the fenders too, they were more like they had the rivets in them as well. They're body colored and stuff like that. Yeah, they were, you know, a little bit of changes here and there, but it basically the exact same truck, same engine, powertrains, and all that stuff. Um, and then the fenders too, they were more like they had the slow down, brother. Tongue's moving faster than my ears can keep up. I thought he was gonna roast me good with that comment right there. That actually looked like it was gonna turn into something when I seen it on the pop up on the phone a little bit. Um, cool little. Okay, yeah. Let's not. I'm not gonna because that was another fun video that I don't really. So he's really just back to back with these two, my two trucks, pretty much, because I murdered them two videos. Pretty much. Where's all the old comments at? You know, damn, my boy wrote a book. My boy wrote. Look at this right here, bro. I might have to like finish this on another stream. Wow, dude. Anybody like this? Nope, nobody liked it because we barely even read that shit, dude. Damn. My boy wrote a book. My boy wrote. Look at this right That's here, tough. Bro. That's tough. Hold on, real quick. 1 second. Finish this on another stream. Wow, dude. Anybody like this? Nope, nobody liked it because we barely even read that shit, dude. Damn. That's tough. That's tough. Hold on, real quick. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna keep reading this shit. You know, everybody in Mama left. All right. Wait. How long? Wait, how long have I been going? Fuck, an hour. Do like 3 more minutes. You know, everybody in Mama left. All right. High condolences. Learning the hard way is for a few people. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the luck, for the good luck. condolences. That thing is fucking mint as fuck. That truck looks brand new, dude. The 4.0 V6 Ranger is much more durable and reliable than the. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me. Thank you for these two comments right here. This is great. That truck looks brand new, dude. The 4.0. You must have a short somewhere in your truck drains and kills the batteries. 10 batteries in 10 years. It's insane, dude. I'm saying, dude, would probably disconnect the terminal and plug it back when you start it again. Yeah, that's also true. I just don't really want to get fried up all the time, you know. I mean, I won't get fried up all the time, but you know, just the risk of getting fried up when you mess with those terminals. But yeah, you know, good to know AutoZone warranty is just that. It's just nice. First new vehicle I purchased. What? First new vehicle I purchased. I thought he said first new old vehicle I purchased was a '94 Ford Ranger XL. Only option I got was AC, and it cost 10 grand, brand new, dude. I drove it for 13 years and 179,000 miles. Only repairs were one starter, two thermostats. I never touched the thermostat on mine. One clutch, and I replaced the timing belt for preventative measures. Okay. Tires, oil changes, and batteries, of course. Best vehicle I've ever owned. Dude. I need to drive my shit a little bit. Yeah, I think I need to drive my shit just a little bit. I did, and it seemed fine, but damn. Yeah, you're right. I need to drive my shit. Get some of that old ass oil up out of there and shit. Diluted oil is like probably like water now and shit. I need to drive my shit a little bit. I did, and it seemed fine, but damn. Yeah, you're right. I need to drive my shit. Get some. Nice. God has a plan for you, bro. Okay, thank you. Bro, great first vehicle. Okay, which one? Oh, the Ranger. Okay, I couldn't see that. Bro said he thinks he puts a lot of miles on. I've had my car 2 years, and each year I've roughly put 19,000 miles. Dude, you must be a DoorDasher. Because that's what I did. I think I did about like I don't even know. Like probably 19,000 miles on the Taurus. Because I was DoorDashing with it up in the mountains and whatnot. You must be a DoorDasher. I'm 15, and I got a 1996 Ford Ranger 4-wheel drive automatic with the 4-liter in it. I bought it for $1,000 from family and friends. From a family friend. Runs great. I love it and can't wait to get my license. Yep. The 4-liter. Yep. It's a nice motor. I'm sure of it. An amazing truck on here. Big trucks. Yeah. So maybe I can like make like a mark. I think I can remember this book right here, and I'll read this next time because that is crazy. But yeah, shout out to the homie right here. I'm not really sure who he is, but at least he's a true supporter. So this stream right here is another test. Obviously, I want to see if I even get copyrighted just for being on the YouTube website. We'll see that because you can't even really breathe without getting a copyright strike on here. So what is that, about an hour? Yeah, I think that's long enough. Total of 6 views. I think that is a record, especially since I'm not really doing anything but just scrolling through my old comments and whatnot. Like, look at this, 6 months ago. Oh, 2006, 400,000 miles. See that gives me. I'm not sure what the ratio to. I'm not sure what the ratio from positive comments to negative comments are in my entire feed, but yeah, we'll definitely. 400,000 miles. See that definitely figure something out. That's for sure. We'll get the hang of this. I'm not sure what the ratio from positive comments to negative comments are in my entire feed, but yeah, we'll definitely. I know I had them pink shoes on. Pink shoe almost matches the phone case a little bit, not really. The pink phone case. All right, cool. I'm glad we're still alive. I know I had them pink shoes on. Pink shoe almost matches the phone case a little bit. A little bit, not really. Pink phone case. All right, cool. I'm glad we're still alive. I just want to watch one video. I know I'm probably going to screw this whole thing up. I'm probably going to screw this whole live stream from saving on YouTube just because I watched this one video. But I need to real quick, bro. I need to just relive the memories real quick. 1 second. It won't even can't hear it. Hold on. Hold on real quick. I need to just relive the memories real quick. 1 second. It's not gonna turn on or what? It won't even that shit was on the whole time, didn't even know it. Wow. Okay, wait. That shit was on the whole time, didn't even know it, bro. Put the all right. It's not gonna turn on or what? That shit was on the whole time, didn't even know it. Wow. Okay, wait. Oh wait, can you hear me? Hello? Oh wait, can you hear me? Hello? All right, got another how-to video for you guys, but this time it's for another one of my vehicles. This is my 2004 Kia Sorento EX 4-wheel drive V6, and it's about that time to replace the fuel pump assembly, which contains all the important guts that controls the fuel system and makes everything efficient, such as the fuel pump, the fuel floater, and even the fuel filter. Now, obviously, I know about these Kias made in the early 2000s. Normally, I would say it's incredibly hard to work on them because, of course, I've replaced a lot of stuff on this SUV itself, like the AC compressor, the radiator, the alternator, bearings, rear shocks, but of course, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, back to the fuel pump assembly. Of course, you can see it contains pretty much everything you need. At least back in the early 2000s, they were quite generous because they engineered a little trap door to allow quick and easy access to the fuel pump assembly that we're going to be replacing. Of course, there's probably hundreds of millions of videos on this already, but I like to make content on this channel. You guys already know, especially from the last how-to video when I replaced those lights on the Charger. Anyway, as far as tools go, I only have a socket set right here because I had to disconnect the battery terminal. I wanted to play it safe before I disconnect any electrical harnesses or anything like that on top of the fuel pump assembly, so I recommend you go ahead and do that. But obviously, you will need a couple of flat heads to pry off the little tubes and things like that. There's mostly Phillips head screws holding down the plate that's underneath the carpet for the little trap door, and there's also a lot of Phillips head screws that hold down the fuel pump assembly that's actually on the top of the tank when you open up the little door. And of course, a couple of sets of pliers. There is a hose clamp on this one hose right here, as you can see, so you just need to grab some pliers, scoot that down, and then pull the hose right off. And of course, a couple of paper towels with some towels or whatever you have to clean up. So of course, I'm gonna try to give you guys a POV point of view so you can see pretty much what I'm doing. Sorry if the video is a little choppy, but I did have a little bit of trouble getting things off here and there. But all you gotta do is pretty much wiggle stuff off. As long as you have your Phillips head screwdriver or whatever you use with the Phillips head adapter on it, all of these little screws should come off fairly easy. I mean, they're quite tiny, so you really shouldn't need any force other than your hand. Make sure you do not drop anything inside the gas tank when you open it. No dirt, nothing like that, because of course, I mean, this is your gas tank. You just want to play it safe and make sure everything is clean, like just like how you took it off. So since we're watching this, I should probably tell you guys the reason why I am replacing this fuel pump assembly, not just because it's old, but it was giving me problems. And it didn't even fix the problem. The actual the priority, the reason why I thought it was gonna work when I fixed it. That dude, wow, dude. Bro, dude, like, bruh, that good times, dude. See, that's like the reason. Even though there's nobody over here watching me on the stream and shit. Look, bro, like these Minecraft house. I remember. Wait, which one was the first one I built? This one right here. See, that's like the reason. That's crazy, dude. Even though there's nobody over here watching me on the stream. Damn. Some good times. Look, bro, like these I know what I was gonna. I don't think this was the very first video I ever made though. I think it's holding out on a couple of videos, but that's crazy, dude. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Look, the gaming vlog, all that shit, dude. This was the first time I ever showed my face. I know for real, for real. This was the very first video I ever made though. I think it's holding out on a couple of videos, but let me just look at this. This is like the very first Minecraft house I built. And boom, here's your living room. I know it is pretty small. So this house was actually, I actually built this for real house years ago before I even made this video. And I found a way to transfer it from like my old PS3 living room. I know it is pretty small for a house this size, and the ceiling is like 3 years later of me already having this house. I made this video, so yeah, this house probably like 8 years old type shit. I missed that theme song. This is gonna be a nice little tour of you know, this weird, well, it's not really weird, I don't think so anymore. I kind of modernized it just a little bit, but this is actually my first ever built house so yeah, it was basically just the house. This is the very first ever Minecraft house build I've ever made. Obviously it was on creator mode, but I'm not obviously not gonna watch all this shit Minecraft. So when I said I made some changes, it was basically just that roof, that dark colored roof. Pretty nice. You know, I've seen that on one Minecraft video. I was like, this house. I kind of want to play my house. Like, make me want to play it. Like when I copyrighted 2013 or something like that. I was just really excited to just start building. This was the very first, and built it on the PS3 a long time ago. So yeah. Yeah, bro. I never 14, 13, somewhere up in there somewhere. I think I got those dates a little bit mixed up. And then the music, I couldn't get the music right. It was way too loud. Stairs right here. It's a giant staircase that just goes probably about like 45 million feet up in the air. And then you got these lights right here to go ahead and lighten up your little walkway so you don't trip on your face and fall all the way down. But yeah, you're going up here right here. This is the front of that. All right, let me just yeah, this was damn. Good times, dude. Good times. Obviously still have this file saved on the PS4, but yeah, bro, it was like you can see the ceilings are small as shit. The rooms look like, why are they even? I had like 40 rooms in there. 40 room, a couple of restrooms and whatnot. Look at that, dude. Like, you got a little fireplace chilling. You walk down through a hall, another room right there. Like, why is this room like 8 times the size of the one you just came out of? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, just the way the house was laid out, bro. I just started playing. I got up on that hill, and then, bro, just started building a freaking house, bro. You got some views, you know what I'm saying? Very few, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, just the way the house was. Yeah, you know, keep that closed type shit. You know what I'm saying? You got the stairs right there. Don't even look like they're done. You know, indoor pool. Where's the kitchen at? Let me see where the kitchen's supposed to be. I think in this house the kitchen was it under or above? I think the pool was above that. You got the stairs right there. Don't even look like they're done. Let me see where the kitchen's at real quick. Where's the kitchen at? Let me see where. I think this is it. Is this the kitchen? No, this is my room right here at the very, very, very top of the house. Was it under or above? I think the pool was above that. Where is the kitchen? Where's the kitchen? Hang on. Look, a bunch of showers. I think that was the pool shower. Cause right here, yeah. So you got this is the main hallway right here. And then okay, so you just go another giant, massive, behemoth, gargantuan room right here. You got your closet and all that shit right there. You know, ready for survival mode. You know what I'm saying? I think the double door is right there that I just passed. Yeah, you got the stairs right there. Why did I pass that? See, or did I already go in there? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I did already go in there. It's right there. All right, so here's the so you got the living room right here. Look at the ceiling, bro. You're already bumping your head and all that good stuff, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And bam, there's your kitchen right there, bro. So your the kitchen. So this is the kitchen, and then there's the pool up there above. So basically, this part of the house was built hanging off the side of the mountain, right there, as you'll see a little bit later. But and then the pool, that indoor pool, is up top, on top of this shit. And I was like, yep. That's how I wanted it right there. You know, even got a backyard that's kind of like built around the. Let me see. Yeah, this is the backyard. Look at that. Look at that roof, bro. You see how it comes off? I kind of liked it like that though, so it wouldn't really rain on you. But yeah, that was my first house build right there, bro. It looks unfinished as a mug, but at least I still have it saved somewhere. I think it's on one of my PS4s or something like that. Look at that. See that? Just the part of the house that's hanging off the side of the building, whatnot. Look at that. How you got your kitchen, got a pool above your kitchen. That's crazy. That's some expensive stuff right there. Two chimneys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the other chimney is for, but I was just building and building and building, bro. I should have made the ceilings a lot higher. This side of the wall, this wall right here, this side of the house is basically nothing but room action. You know what I'm saying? You got your balcony right there as well, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the other chimney is for, but I was just building and building and building, bro. I should have made the ceilings a lot higher. I like it, bro. I might have to do it again, bro. That was my very first house, though, right there. You know what I'm saying? You got your balcony right there as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Back when we ain't had no responsibility type shit, you know what I'm saying? Type shit, type shit. I might have to do it again, bro. That was my very first house, though, right there. 4 years ago. Bro, I was lost, bro. I didn't know what to do. All right, that's an hour and almost 30 minutes, bro. An hour and 19 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there because why not, bro? Let's see if this is all for nothing. If I'm just gonna get a giant fat copyright strike and won't even be able to play the video anymore. I didn't know what to do. But yeah, I hope you guys, whoever tuned in or whoever's gonna tune in after this for however many seconds or whatever you do. Yeah, especially this video. Look at this, 10 views in 4 years. Damn, that's sad as fuck. All right. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciate y'all for watching.